toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. On play action, Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And this looks a lot like the last play. Behind the line of scrimmage, he's tackled for the second straight go-around. Great job by this Jacksonville D. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down. From the 50, here's Fields. Flushed out right. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 25-yard line.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterback.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. McCann's got it teed up. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Tannehill. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got him in. Complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible. Point after, right down the middle. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hall. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A give. This is Cook. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. For those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
Now a first down throw, Fields. Caught on the right side by Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive. It comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
McCann's got it teed up. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, caught at the 21. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
He's going deep for Brown. And got his man complete. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. It's a big play for the Jaguars. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. James Robinson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Extra point splits the uprights. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Off play action, Fields. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he's got this down to the 35.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
On first down, it's Fields. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Fields. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On first down, Fields. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
It's 2nd and 7 from the 9. Here's Fields. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Cook. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Play action. It's Fields. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago. From the left hash, this from 37. McCann's kick up and good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past him.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They run. Robinson. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Well, his arm strength, never an issue, but this one winds up in the wrong hands.
Oh, the coverage here is just terrific, because when it's done really well, sometimes you can't distinguish whether it's the receiver or the defensive back the ball's intended for. He actually ran with him in perfect motion and able to make a big-time play. Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. To the air again, Fields. Man open, here is Jones. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Fields on first down. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. 36-yard attempt. McCann's kick is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. To return, here's Agnew. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. 1 second, all that remains. The final shot here before the break, Tannehill. And that is incomplete. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Both these teams running through their final adjustments before they head out of the locker room. We're just about set for the second half. And to bring it your way, let's go back upstate to Jacksonville. And Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. To return, here's Agnew. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Now on 2nd and 13, Tannehill. And this is incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle, because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on, because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Fields. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will put them on top here in the 3rd. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6, we'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Touchdown! That's caught. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears have retaken the lead. Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jags are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there. But that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. It's a big play for the Jaguars. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. They'll try the left side. It's Robinson, and he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. James Robinson, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Jaguars have retaken the lead. So now Tannehill leading his crew to the line to go for 2. Tannehill going to throw for it. And that is caught for the 2 points. So that effort gives him a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. On play action, Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Throwing on third down, Fields. And complete right side to Cook. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Jones has it, and he is out of bounds inside the 35.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. A shotgun snap, Fields. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. His 4th rushing touchdown on the year, number 6 overall. And the Bears have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Extra point by McCann, up and good, and that will make this a 4-point game.
Jaguars 29.
McCann's got it teed up. To return, here's Agnew. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain. And that's caught inside the 35.
What you doing out there, boy?
Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Here's 2nd and 10. Off play action, Fields. Being chased out left. He's got a man, it's his fullback. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
7 yards, the pickup there. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Fields. It's Williams on the catch.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Now a 1st down throw, Fields. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 26. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in.
1st down, Chicago.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
2nd and 10. Fields now to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Tannehill. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Tannehill going to throw it. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
They get one more as the extra point's up and good, and that will make this a 4-point game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. To return, here's Agnew. Now on the return, oh no, the ball is loose. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. So problems there on the return, very costly, not what you need when you've just surrendered the lead.
Not at all, because this now has a chance to really snowball on them quickly. Their offense was on the sidelines talking about getting on the field and getting that score back.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Fighting to stay upright. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Fields. Escaping the pressure right. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Cook. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Out of the gun. Fields. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a one-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the point. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
And they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And he powers his way up past the 30. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Now Tannehill. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. picked off at the 48. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
On first down, Cook. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 65 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bears,